The second and most important reason why actually we decided to go for buckwheat cultivation was against the backdrop of the recent invasion of Russia of Ukraine. Russia and China are two of the biggest producers of buckwheat, and because of the war there is a shortage of buckwheat in the global market. And global supply chains being what they are now, especially post-COVID, with many global supply chains being broken, countries like Japan, which are the biggest importer of buckwheat in the world, are finding it difficult to source buckwheat. And we are seeing that manifest into a renewed interest by Japanese buyers and Japanese importers in sourcing buckwheat from other countries other than Russia and Ukraine and the European countries. And on the last visit of the Japanese ambassador here in Shillong, our chairman Mr. Kiran Kumar had met the Japanese ambassador and presented him also with a sample of the buckwheat grown here in Meghalaya. That's the reason I would say it is more of a happy confluence of events that actually prompted us to actually go in for this massive expansion. And to tell you very frankly, the Japanese have already indicated that they would be looking for nothing less than 5,000 metric tons of buckwheat from Meghalaya. That's what they're looking for. After the first 2 years of trials and where successfully 4 acres were cultivated, both in the KVK as well as in the farmers' fields, we realized that this is a crop that has tremendous potential for Meghalaya itself. And that is the reason why from the commission we took it upon ourselves and resolved to expand this cultivation of buckwheat this year to close to 100 hectares. As of today, we have around 208 farmers and 103 acres of cultivation. India as a country exports around 1,000 metric tons and imports around 650 to 700 metric tons of buckwheat every year. Hopefully, after this 100 acres has been grown and the plantations will start again in August, September, October, we should be able to touch, we're looking at a target of about 500 metric tons. So probably by next year, 2023, we should be able to produce close to what India is actually importing.
After attending one of the workshops organized by Meghalaya Farmers Empowerment Commission, we came to know about buckwheat and its suitability in a district. We started cultivating buckwheat, it was during the month of August. So we started giving farmers the seed in the month of August and first week of September. We found that during this month, the tiller formation is quite less. So because maybe the duration is shorter, because as far as we know through the intervention done in KVK is Kasset, we came to know that the duration of the crop when grown in March is 3 months, but when grown during August is only 2 months. So it might be because of the duration of the crops, the yield during the month of August, when sown during the month of August, is quite less. Because as per the package of practices of buckwheat, as far as we know that the yield should be as seed to yield should be at least 1:20 ratio. But what we get here is only a 1:3 or 1:4. This year also we are going to grow buckwheat, and all those farmers which we have covered so far last year, they're interested. So what we have found that they need proper training. They'll be trained properly so that they will grow buckwheat as per the recommended package of practices, so that they will get good yield.
For the first time in Jayanti Hills, we have conducted a trial. In the first phase, it was a failure, and then we go for the second time. It was a success, and through experiences, we have learned that it is a very easy crop for farmers to cultivate. It's easy to manage, and there are no problems. But we do look forward that for more assistance in the processing of the buckwheat.
after the successful phase of buckwheat trial in our KVK farm, so we started giving awareness and training to the farmers. So from there, after the awareness and the training, most of the farmers, in the interest of developing this cash crop, because we told them that like buckwheat is a low maintenance crop. So, and for many of them, actually, it was the first trial in 2022. So many of them were scared. So we usually gave them only just 1 kilo or 2 kilos, and some of them who already knew and were interested, they started with huge amount. So based on that, like we also were very proud from the office that they were taking the risk because this is a completely new crop for them. So after that, like with the farmers' success, then we're trying to move ahead more in order, if we can get more assistance, then we can tell the farmers, instead of just selling the seeds, we can also go ahead for processed products.
Yaw na buckwheat nga hila de marwe nga ina ka social media nang tanga sa wajing tip nga ya poi ya kenu ya kinong treasure nga KBK Giant Hills takadangos wan mecha office.
Kajing tip jong chapang ni buckwheat ning chua kajing tip nang baga atma mentapar usnam arajar keluar nila yo jing yo training napok ka KBK ting yo sembai ro na ka KBK.
Ni haga group ni sim sipo gilo por bangi sim sembai pat ngi yo pat dekha ar po gilo habang ila ayo rayo kayo. Em yo mentau snam mi deng yo ni sembai bangi yo tingi kwa ban bu sembai chai para group jongi para bangi don kam ban pen he kan.
Ang ni sembai bangi yo mentang ila de audio sembai la de pengkoi la de pen yu barok kan re de bus tang sembai tingi sakut tang tu kan ring don kam pat ban long ban le kam ha kan ban long ban telet long ban khoi yu don kam ki machine te de ba yo hagi sentar sebok kum hangi hagi jantia de ba don ko we ke sentar harvest jantia jungi mat ki kum kinong rep ngila kan ban wan rang ta ban khoi khnam ba kan kham pen keu kan ta ke jing yo ke jongi kinong rep.
Meghalaya, as a state, we are at the right juncture, because nowhere in the country, barring even states like Sikkim and Uttarakhand who do produce buckwheat, but nowhere else in the country do you have an organized, concerted effort to expand the cultivation of buckwheat as well as markets, its processing, its post-harvest, its byproducts, as like what we have here in Meghalaya.
Te uneu jing tung habaning kong habang ayo jing tip na may rang hak ndai terik jong panai mat ba kadon ke jing yalang hang te may rang ba ukhot u KN Kumar tu ki he nang te na Shillong ki commissioner ki khot man wan hak te meeting ban ya kundu ya kinong rep ban ya fliu jing mut ya kinong rep te ki batai ni u phang ni u jaran ba u jing tung ba sok u jing tung u ba lak ban yade bat ki jaka jong ni te u jing tung u ba don kam tang ar benai haduk lai benai du te ngaperkat ong tau jing tung de basuk syala nga sumudun marwe kendai tarik ki pentip yang ki don hatu ki jingalang ki pentip ngalek te ngalek ngayo jingalang hang to yo keren hang to ki batai kendiat melu malam de ka training de ki batai melu mala nga hang ta nga sngo dik takam simong sngo mat ba ulong te ka don ka jing trang haduk ben mit ngam yo thia su ban perkat hatu jing tung mar nga sngo bang te ka weru nga sngo bang mar ong udon ka jing yade ka bayajan bat ungap uap ye jing tung ye sentiu ye jing bam ba yo na jing tung ba ukijit uket ye jing bam na jing tung ungap ru yo jing bam hai uni u ye uni ja jing tung te hak ta ga por ngalas ngul ba ta ti kle de bat kam jonga na mar nga ungap ru ngari
hak tu ka singi mar yong sar KN Kumar rakti ki ba kwa rep yo neng kong mangabat ba sping na modu hadu KN Kumar lo jubab penban only tu namar don tang arngut ki bayara ki ta tengah ba sping hajing rep jo ngadang long kumba kendit na jing pos ne wit ngam padon jing tip ram phangune tang long tang ka jing tip na katuka program ka pa penlong tu
te yo sebele ha khasan darik benai mat yo sebele na atma kliriet blok ite yo sebe marsen yo sebe thungat hia kan rutarik bha uthau da pakre chwa da pen miet pen bha chwa o te nu jing rep wa kwa o rep da miet hi o ha banai mat te ha te hi sngi kan rutarik mar yo na office mar thung ya ni jai sebe te katura dep a hi o te da that o yuluti o hoi u yo uji u rep waro i kinong rep yo uji peclur kenu itnat sorkar gua pencelur ki i le yo u ko ngu i yo rep i te yuluti o hoi hi chakmat
oto nangkan ni kesnam arjar arpa ar yo thong wan ra ki ha chanang yang i ta thong yo katte mani san ngot yo da yo thong yo no yo sumbe oto nang du khajik u sumbe yo ki am te ta sa mi khajik suman da perchang yo thong man i yo suk ba sur kwa man nu suk ba thong em boy remade wa ye ta man pung khoi khlo wa gam tu ta mot o man chong yung de e o du ka subo ai masi ai sniang ai sier kat ko e la man hoi ba yung da ka subo yu tem ro la hoi ban te ni thai wa yo pe gam ni ta mot de yo ka subo ai sniang e ta tu mi la smat ba o du ru sungi da mi par warang ba ta thai par ni was lap gam ni ta du so sungi da mi yung em gitu ki ba amat ki was sa ti chwa ka ju ka jang ta ang ki nang hoi ma au thong o nang em ka jek na ta ang hoi he na ta thong o ta ang ko so sungi he da mi yung suk ba thong na ta jan i vu tep sa vir o ta nang bun wi nang kha wi jan thong ya
din da mana dep yu a ni da yu is ka da yo nong uni jing thung mot uni manus ka jing thung wa suk how rep da ma hadin da pai kam jai kom ka yaw kam nu jai kom pla yaw da yu wa suk u la yaw mot uni jing thung hadin le bna da yo u a da yo u dai da manus ka uni jing thung u wa suk how rep ni liang yong nga
Jing rep chungai ne Buckwheat hi ngasem ba tang Maria thung hi tang bersembai hapo sansengi ai ulas dang ban mi ngasem ba tang hapo arpo sansengi hapo Livelihood sengi ki sentiu ulas dang bat ki sentiu ki ne kumba arpo op sansengi
Menta keski ke khanyu terik umi araja arpulai ngidan hangini ke Shillong pom leher ke badai hapo ka mauring kedeng CNRD blok bengiyo banwan ban penilang sikinong rep kumno ban rep ne kumno ban ot ya uni ujing thung ubangi ong Buckwheat ikong kunsen lawai idang dei kasin ke baningkong bi rep ya uni ujing thung Buckwheat lingba ke jing yarap jeng ke Krishi Vigyan Kendra ban ai ke sembai ke jongki jong uni ujing thung bat ninala ban rep hakani kesngi ila thung ya uni ha u hakhalai terik bat khasau terik umach arja pulai bat menta hakani ka khanyu terik ubrai me lala ban ot no uni ujing thung bat nangnie pat inra yakini ki ya uni Buckwheat ban lithat bahading kata ila ban syo ban yo ya usmbai ke jong u te nilai don kumba arpolai pungut lang ki nong rep ki ban najan jong kani ka Shillong bat kumju na ki nong song Shillong jong kani ki layo ban wan ban pek ban yu i bat kila kemen sha bat kala long sha ka we ka benta ka ban kin so kwa lang bakin rep lang ya uni Buckwheat haki stem baki sngi ki banwan ki jongki
So buckwheat is such a crop that if properly processed, if properly grown, every single part of the plant can be used. Buckwheat is a kind of it's a crop that also has a lot of enterprise potential. One of which is gluten-free beer. Then wine can be made out of it. Liquor, of course, you can make beer, you can make liquor out of it. There are a whole lot of byproducts like your noodles, which is the most obvious thing. But then bakery products. The Institute of Hotel Management here in Shillong has been experimenting with buckwheat cookies, cakes, breads, and pastries. Buckwheat is also a major source of nectar. It's a major forage crop for honeybees, and more so because buckwheat honey is number one. It's very high in antioxidant action, and also in fact research has shown that the antioxidant activity of buckwheat honey is much more than Manuka honey. Manuka honey, of course, that's one of the world's most expensive honey used for medicinal purposes. So, but here we are finding that, in fact, recent research is showing that buckwheat honey is much more potent. So, therefore, buckwheat as a honey forage crop is something that we feel should be encouraged, and that's the reason why we have already started distribution of bee boxes as well as bee colonies to farmers. And soon in the coming months, we'll be initiating a very intensive training program for farmers, specifically for for production of buckwheat honey, because nowhere in the country is buckwheat honey available. In addition to honey, there are also extracts like your proteins. Rutin is one, and then also your essential oils from buckwheat, which again have a different market of their own, but that's a very high value market. So as I said earlier, the potential for enterprises, for industries, for businesses to come into this is huge. If we play our cards right, probably we will be the single point source for any kind of buckwheat initiative, including not only the grain but also the byproducts. And that's the reason also why we took a decision. We had many meetings with a lot of stakeholders, farmers, and then we realized that we can only take buckwheat big time if people are aware of Meghalaya as a major buckwheat producer, and also for the consumers themselves to know that yes, there is something called buckwheat which will be available. And that's the reason why we've decided to go for what we're calling now the Meghalaya Buckwheat Global Showcase. Therefore, this global showcase is actually meant to not only introduce more farmers to buckwheat, because we'll need more and more people. We're looking at touching close to 1,000 acres probably in the next 2 to 3 years, if possible more than that. And that's the reason why we're having this showcase, where we're inviting close to about more than 1,000 farmers across the state to come and see what are the possibilities of buckwheat. And in the global showcase also is where we are inviting, in fact, the Japanese invited themselves. They actually offered to bring in Japan's biggest grower of buckwheat, who's going to come here, who wants to come and work with our farmers to teach our farmers how to grow buckwheat better. And also, we never realized that there was a very active, very proactive forum of scientists across the globe that are working on buckwheat. And we're very fortunate that the president of the International Buckwheat Association is here in Shillong itself. He's from Shillong, Dr. N.K. Chungru. And he's one of those people who will also be coming, and he's very keen to actually encourage our entrepreneurs to get into the business of processing buckwheat, of making value-added products. I would say that the first season of trials of the 4 acres, that was just a pilot. The 100 acres which we subsequently took up in the month of March, which is season 2 actually, that has proven that it can be successful. Though of course there were certain parts of the state which were affected by that heavy rainfall that happened in the month of I think that was in the month of April and May. A lot of damage was there. So we're learning that maybe March might not be the right season for us. Maybe we need to change the time of sowing. But yes, in the month of August, September, October, new plantations and new areas. In fact, we're going to expand buckwheat cultivation to the warm areas like Livelihood district and Garo Hills, because we believe that in Garo Hills we can actually take up 2 seasons or 2 cultivations of buckwheat, which obviously would then add to the total production. That is where we are looking forward to increasing the area, bringing more and more farmers, and obviously we are also targeting or bringing in more entrepreneurs, because the more you have the entrepreneurs, the more processing you have, the bigger the market grows for the farmers. And of course all this ultimately boils down to what? Boils down to added income for the farmers, which fits in perfectly with the mandate of the commission. Thank you.